six figures in real estate almost has nothing to do with how good you are in sales. It has to do with the next five things I'm going to go over with you. I've met with a lot of real estate agents through the years, and the number one thing that I hear is, I want to make $100,000. How do I do it? And then you see your friends, they're on Facebook. They get on and they tell everybody that they're a real estate agent and that they want to start making money. And if you want to buy or sell, you should really start working with them. And the success that I found in working with real estate agents and building a team have to do with these five things. First and foremost, mindset. How we show up into this career matters, and it matters greatly. If you're just waking up and making it into your office at any given point into the day without starting your day off right, it's going to make a difference in how you show up for your clients. What that means to you and what it means to me may be completely different, but let me explain this to you. My mornings start off very early, and I always wake up with something's going to be just a little bit wrong with my day. And so for me, I always wake up, I get to my gym early, and I'm outside and I'm going through prayer and gratitude and things that are going to set my mind off in the right direction to get my day started off right. So how you show up to your office and ready to approach the day is going to matter more than anything. The second is, so many people get into this business, and the one thing that they want to do, they join it as a second career. And so what happens? I wanted to get into real estate because of a flexible schedule. And that's the biggest mistake I hear anybody say, is they want to get into it because they have a flexible schedule. More than anything, to make $100,000 a year in this business, you must have a schedule that works. And that means by showing up first thing and getting your day started off right by time blocking and doing the things that real estate agents do daily. Setting time aside to prospect, setting time aside to call leads, setting time aside to be at your office. If you went out and you interviewed for a job to make $100,000 a year, would you tell your boss that the next thing you want to do is take time off, barely come into the office and go to lunch appointments and everything else? The third thing is, you got to lead prospect in this business. One of the best things one of my coaches taught me, and they asked this question at a forum that I was at, they said, if you were open for how many hours you prospected last week, how many hours were you open? And my answer would have been at the time, 0. And so I knew my hours of operation were the time that I spent lead prospecting and calling out. Now, where do you lead prospect? Most people are like, well, I only have my SOI. There's a million places that you can get leads and do prospecting. You can get them from open houses. You can call expireds. Most, brokerages in the area have leads provided where you can get leads coming in and people that you can talk to, okay? On those phone calls, those are the initial phone calls, depending upon the lead source and stuff that you get. The fourth thing you have to do is lead nurture. That is follow-up. You have to stay in touch with your SOI, your events, and the things that you have going on. So there's a constant follow-up. Most leads do not convert in real estate until the 6th or 12th touch to that lead. There has to be a cadence, there has to be a follow-up, and there has to be something where the person on the other end of the phone feels like they're talking to somebody they know. Most appointments are not set when you're on your first phone call. It's an introductory call, you're getting to meet somebody. Unless somebody is a warm referral in, you might have a different experience. But for an agent looking to build their business, okay, and you're talking to somebody, you have to imagine when a telemarketer calls you for the first time, or somebody's reaching out to you for the very first time, you're like, who, what's happening? To build rapport with somebody that you're working that may have come through an open house or another thing to get comfortable with you, it takes time. It takes follow-up. Most agents fail because they only follow up once, they let their schedule fail, and they don't get back online to do anything, and their whole schedule gets messed up because they got one under contract, they stopped prospecting, and they stopped calling. The last failure is once you are to the point on the phone with somebody, is conversion, and that's anything. And what I mean by that is you have to ask for the appointment once you are on the phone. And there's ways to do that that are not just a hard, direct, kind of come out to your home. Do you want to meet for a buyer's consultation? There are ways to be able to ask for the conversations, but what we've learned is most agents are afraid to ask for the appointment. They literally wait until almost someone invites them into their home. So I've been asked these questions for years. We hear it all the time. How do you make 100 grand in this business? Those are the 5 things. I've created a blueprint. I'm going to attach it below. You can get the blueprint. It's a document that goes over all of this stuff more in detail. Over the next 5 weeks, I'm going to slowly go live. I'm going to go live weekly and go through the different things. Number 1 being mindset, 2, your schedule, lead prospect, lead nurture, and conversion, and help you build your real estate business. I get so tired of watching agents fumble and fail in this business. We have one of the biggest failure rates in this business because when you join certain brokerages and you do things, what happens is they just say, call your friends and family. Just absolutely annoy them as much as possible, and it's not necessary in this business. You can do this through lead gen, nurture, follow-up, but it's consistency and having a key and treating this like a full-time job that is absolutely going to make the difference in your business today. And what we see in this business constantly is agents that want to work part-time, agents that don't want to pick up the phone. The phone's the heaviest thing you're ever going to lift in this business. And so if you're willing to do the work and you do the math, you could do as little as 12 deals a year at $315,000 to $320,000, and you will make $100,000 in this business. So again, I'm going to attach a blueprint below to get you started, and I'll be going live over the next few weeks to walk you guys through the blueprint. Hope to see you there.